I'll start with saying that culture and DNA over longer term will play an extremely important role for CROs to choose their strategic partners. Think about who Genpact is or was. Genpact, earlier known as Jekis, was part of a financial services company. We have lived and breathed the culture of risk management being part of a financial services company. That's one. Number two, look at the DNA of my leadership team. If you go and do a LinkedIn search of my entire leadership team, each one of them have 15 to 20 years experience either working as a risk leader in a bank or a consulting company. Third, our CEO was a chief risk officer himself. It is not very difficult for me to go and ask for investments to invest in the area of capital planning as I continue to expand my expertise around that area. And fourth, with our DNA of Lean and Six Sigma, we have had the ability to run processes in a risk-free manner and our ability to detect risk proactively. Building risk service line is of utmost strategic importance for Genpact because 50% of company's revenue comes from financial services. We have our BPM offerings catering towards COOs. We have and are number one in our finance and accounting offerings towards the CFOs. We continue to cater to CMOs and CIOs with unique offerings that we have. And with banks going through immense challenges around regulations, we are actually left with no choice but to really invest and differentiate ourselves versus our competition to build our risk service lines and our risk offerings to solve for our customers' problems around regulations. Being a CRO in today's environment is not an easy job. That's one job I would not like to take today. With so much around regulations, Dodd-Frank Act, Basel, CCAR, and changing environment and regulations on a yearly basis is not easy. And it's not only about complying with regulations, it's also about not forgetting to run and grow the bank profitably. That's one job I always admired to take, I dread to take now. It brings in the empathy.